Scene 82, Exterior, Mount Evimon, Day. Alsethan grabs the first T-Rider. Callie sits on Oricia's lap. As they ride back down the mountain, Aedon joins the line last. Quietly, the line of T-bars slowly descend the mountain. Mount Evimon, Base, Day. When they arrive at the base, Alsethan drops from his bar as he sees something.
Uh-oh!
Detach!
The harvesters snap their bars offline, just in time, landing in front of a couple of warriors and...
Were you not instructed to complete a mission? What will Prince Lord Faeraud have to say?
Prince Lord Faeraud?
Comrades, it looks like we've found our next volunteer to enter the lake.
Quickly thinking, Aedon reattaches his T-Rider to the cable moving upward and is whisked back up the mountain. Andromache snatches Oricia's T-bar, and Warrior Rider claws Alsethan's bar away.
After him!
Warrior Rider takes off up the line, after Aedon.
Faster, faster, faster! Make it go faster!
Bald Warrior turns the lever up a notch, and the line moves quicker. His attempt to turn it to level 3 is jammed, so he takes an axe to the unit. Andromache marches over and snatches the axe from him, and begins chopping at the box.
Amateur! Give me that thing!
Her crushing blows to the unit cause it to notch to its highest speed. Then, with a final chop that breaks the axe, the unit leaps forward from behind the two trees. A moment later, it catches on a smaller pine, which bends, teetering with the force. Exterior, Mount Evimon. The cable suddenly becomes slack, sending Aedon and the Warrior Rider crashing to the snowy ground. The cable drags their T-bars up the slope, tossing them through powdery snow. An occasional snowdrift blocks the route. However, the strong cable yanks them through anyway. Continuing upward, the ground turns icier. Aedon extends his legs and uses the T-bar like a snowboard. The smooth ride ends when the slope turns rocky. The cable lifts them up. Rushing toward them is part of the mountainside, a rocky cliff.
Detach!
Aedon's T-bar drops, and he tumbles hard to the ground. Brushing off the snow, he sits up, bruised. He looks up. Warrior Rider's attention is turned toward Aedon's drop. He doesn't see the cliff, and just as he turns around, he smashes into the stony mountainside. The cable snaps and flies toward the sky. Aedon looks away.
No! Stop!
Aedon gets up and scrambles to a place on the hill where he hopes to see below.
Ow!
Aedon realizes his leg is slightly bruised and cut. He limps to the clearing anyway. Mount Evimon, Base, Day. Bald Warrior holds Alsethan's tied arms. Andromache presses a knife to Oricia's throat.
You might want to reconsider any escape.
Mount Evimon. Using his T-Rider, Aedon skis down the slope, returning. Approaching the base, trees dot the path. He swishes right and then left, passing through the pines. Aedon swooshes the T-bar sideways to a stop, tumbling into Alsethan.
She's going to kill Oricia!
Aedon leaps for Andromache, but Bald Warrior holds him back.
She's not dead. Yet.
Dead not yet. Will be soon.
Unless you go back up that mountain and get a piece of fruit from that forever-lasting tree. It's the only reason I have to allow a common trespasser like her to live.
The Yopakur's broken.
Stupid nincompoops. My Trivolator cab will take us back up to the lake.
Exterior, Trivolator cab, afternoon. Andromache slides the door shut. The vehicle bounces on a cable which runs up the mountain slope. Interior, Trivolator cab. They settle into the cab with its comfortable furniture and fireplace, like a living room might have. Oricia sits down on a lounger until Andromache yanks her off to the floor. Bald Warrior prepares to pull a lever forward, but Kali wraps her hands around it.
Get your monkey paws away!
The warrior kicks Kali, then jerks the lever forward. Oricia makes her way near the fireplace to warm her hands. Andromache appears behind her.
Cold? Maybe if you're good, I'll share.
Andermachi holds out a bottle of wine and offers it to Aricia. She takes it and starts guzzling it down.
Save some for us.
Who said you could have any?
Aedon and Osefin step back, hanging onto a rail as the car bumps and shakes during the ride. Exterior, Mount Evimon. The cab ascends up the mountainside. The Trivolator comes to a rest on the plateau. Andermachi opens the door.
I'd guess you have until about sunrise. Else your little girlfriend here dies.
Interior, exterior, Trivolator cab, sunset. Aedon steps outside, rocks the car, then grabs Andermachi's sword. He chops at the cables, fraying one as the car jolts lower to the ground. Bold warrior laughs.
There is nothing to jest about. I've taken control.
My little prince. Do you really think things are that easy?
Andermachi grabs Aedon's chin and twists his head. He drops the sword. She releases him and motions for Aricia to come to the door.
How are you feeling, Aricia?
Aricia steps forward, her face deathly pale, and her eye sockets lined with ghastly red and black circles. Andermachi picks up the bottle of wine.
Why, she has drunk the whole bottle. Do you remember what they were speculating was the cause of Lamech's illness?
With a cackle, Andermachi rotates the bottle around so its label faces Aedon. It reads, Gilgamol Vineyards.
Unless you return with the fruit that gives one life, I'm afraid your beloved Aricia's fate will be the same as Lamech's.
Aedon shakes, steps back in to gather his gear.
Our new continent together has hardly begun. I'm not going to let it end. Not this way. I'm coming back for you, Aricia. I promise.
At the door, he glances toward the platform at the edge of the lake. Nearby, a dying campfire smolders.
Come on, Osefin. We'd best get started.
Aedon and Osefin take off as the sun sets. A wolf howls in the distance,